Good morning, everyone. It is... what day is it? I hope you guys are enjoying Vlogmas so far. I'm literally having such a good time filming it. I'm loving every minute of it, so I hope you guys are too. So today is, obviously from the title you probably would have guessed it, I'm going to be telling you all my favourite Christmas songs. There are so many Christmas songs out there which are obviously classics, and I'm going to tell you my favourite ones. So coming in, I'm going to start at number 10. So coming in at number 10 is the very famous, the very lovely Justin Bieber with Mistletoe. Not a lot of people in my family actually like this song, but I love it because I just think it's so Christmassy, and it's all about like a little love story that he's got going on, and I really love it, and it's really sad actually, but he gets the girl, so what more could you want? And I just love the song. I'm not sure when it came out, but ever since it's always been on my playlist. I've always played it. So that's number 10. So coming in at number 9 then is probably a song which not many of you might have heard of. So it's a song by Heart and it's called Mary, and it's a song on an album which they don't have anymore. You cannot get it anywhere. You can't find it on YouTube. You can't get it on iTunes anymore. You can't get it on Spotify. So it's a really hard one to find. Luckily my dad bought the album and I listened to it on there, and it's still on my iTunes, so I do actually still have it, which is great. But it is honestly one of my favourite songs. I'll insert a little bit here. Just so you can hear it, so you can know what it's like, so you can understand why it's my favourite. I absolutely love it. Coming in at number 8, quite a high one on the list actually, is my very own king, Elvis Presley. I've actually got 2 songs because I couldn't pick between them. So the first half of number 8 is Blue Christmas, and Elvis did not like this song at all. He tried to sabotage it as much as he could, and it didn't work because it was a very, very successful song, and he obviously made loads of money out of it, and it was a very good Christmas song, and he just didn't like it, but sadly I love it. I just love the tune of it, everything about it, probably because it's him as well. And also the other half of number 8 is Elvis Presley's White Christmas. This was Elvis's favourite Christmas song that he ever recorded and that there ever was, I think. So obviously quite a lot of people have covered that song, quite a lot of people have done it. So I think he was a bit like, but he done it and he made it a hit and he made it fabulous. And for that I am grateful. Number 7. Certainly Do. That's in at number 7, and this obviously is a Christmas classic. Everyone knows this song, everyone loves this song. It's just one of those songs that you hear it and you're like, oh my god, yeah, like, yeah. Like, you know when you just feel a Christmas song? That's that. Definitely that. By Wizard. Could be wrong. I think it's Wizard. Number 6, this is a very famous song. This, I think, was the number 1 in Top of the Pops in the 1970s. Period of the 70s, I can't remember which one. And it is Merry Christmas, Everybody. This was by Slade. And this, I think this is the most well-known Christmas song. It was number 1 for so long. And it's a great song. It is a great song. It's a very Christmassy song, obviously, and it's just it's a fun, upbeat Christmas song, do you know what I mean? Like, it just Coming in at number 5, a very sad number 5, it is Lonely This Christmas. And it's just so sad. I love the song in general. I love the song. And the man that sings it does sound a little bit like Elvis as well. He really, really looked up to Elvis as a person, as a character. And I think he tried to sound as much like Elvis as possible. And a few years on, Elvis actually covered the song. He done Lonely This Christmas. And I don't know what the connection is there, if he done it because of that reason or if he just done it. I'm not quite sure, but bit of a coincidence. I love Lonely This Christmas because it's just got a nice tune and it's just so sad, and it makes you think of people that are alone. And I'm not going to get into too much because I'll probably start crying. It certainly makes me think how I am grateful for what I've got. I've got a lovely family and friends and everyone, and people don't have that. People don't have that everywhere. So, I don't know why, but I always remember when it was me, Emma and Lydia, we were doing something, and Emma went, "Oh, what's that song called?" And she literally went, "What's that song called?" Bum 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 bum. I was like, "Is that all you know?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, right. Getting into the big top 4 now. Coming in at number 4, don't know if many of you have heard this, so I think you would have, it is quite a classic, is A Spaceman Came Travelling. Me and my sister absolutely love this song. We always have and we always will, and I don't know why, but it's always just been a song that we've loved, and I kind of see it as her and my dad's song at Christmas because we always listen to it. No one else really knew of it when I was younger, and I was like, well, haven't you guys heard this song? Like, what are you doing? But it was a very good song. It's quite like a slow song, and it was just, and then it gets like builds up, and it's all about this spaceman, obviously, that comes to Earth, and he sees this boy Jesus, and then he goes again, and everyone's singing, everyone comes together for this birth of the child, and it's really cool. You should listen to it. Take a listen. Number 3 is, I think this is, obviously it's one of my favourites, it's featuring in this video, but I only started listening to it about last year, I think, and I just fell in love with it, literally loved it. So it is obviously, of course, a fairy tale of New York, and I don't know why, I found it very amusing. And obviously they're all, I think they're a bit drunk in the video, definitely singing the song, definitely a bit drunk. And it was just such a funny kind of song. It was kind of a funny song that had like a Christmassy aspect to it, and it was great. They're on about, I think they're leaving each other for Christmas because he promised her all these things and he couldn't give it to her, and it's quite sad, but it's a very good song. Number 2 is, I think, up there in everyone's favourite Christmas songs. And Emma and I were listening to this song on the walk to school back in October. This was about a couple of years ago. And we were listening to it in October, and we were like, we can't listen to it now. But we did, and we loved it, as always. And it is Do They Know It's Christmas Time by Band Aid. It is the one that you're thinking of and everyone's thinking of, the one that everyone knows. I know they do it like every year. Yeah, so it was the 1984 Christmas Band Aid, which is the original and the one that everyone knows, the one that everyone loves. And it's just a great song, and it really reminds me of, if you ever done the shoe boxes at school, when you put like loads of things in a shoebox and send it off to Africa. It really reminds me of that, because obviously it's all about Christmas in Africa. Do they know it's Christmas time? Well, no, probably not. But I don't know, I just loved it. It was really cool. and it's definitely a classic. Definitely. It was just really, it just reminds me of that, and it's quite sad. Most of these Christmas songs are quite sad, actually. And the big number one, drum roll please, is Wham's Last Christmas. I don't know why, and I don't know how it's become my favourite, but it has. I absolutely love it. Every single year, just, I am that type of person that can play a song on repeat and not get bored of it. And I always do. I seem to do it quite a lot. And I love it. I think it's great. It's just like the tune of it, like, last Christmas I gave you mine. It's just an amazing song. Obviously everyone's heard of it. So it never actually got, Last Christmas never actually got to number one. In 1984 it got to number 2. Obviously Band-Aid was on top, and everyone loved it. But I think the following year it got to number 6. And in 2007 it still made the top 40. So it's still a very well-known song. It's still a very much loved song by everyone. And I think all these songs are definitely Christmas classics. I think if you haven't heard them or you don't know of them, then what are you doing? Go and listen to them right now. Over on YouTube, type in Christmas classics, you'll get a whole playlist of all the Christmas songs you could ever wish for. So go and do that right now. So there you have it. There are my top 10 favourite Christmas songs of 2017. There are so many Christmas songs out there that it's actually quite hard to narrow them down to 10. But, and I know some of you are probably thinking, oh my gosh, you didn't include this one. And do you know the one I really, really hate? Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas. It's played all the time, it's played everywhere, and I actually hate it so much. So that's why that song does not feature in this video. Well, it just has, but not in my favourites. So if you like this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Go and check me out on every social media. All the links will be down below. If you've got any questions, don't be afraid to email me or contact me on any social media, like I said. And share this video, give it some love. Go watch all the other Vlogmases. They're all in a playlist over on my vlogging channel, which is this one, obviously. So go and do that, and go get in the Christmas spirit. Don't forget to listen to these Christmas songs. Bye!